Horror movies I could easily survive. Interesting. Let's check this out. So, shout out to the channel. I haven't seen this channel before, so I always like to give credit whenever I react to somebody. Derek FDB. Horror movies I could easily survive. Freddy, no. Jason, no. Michael Myers, maybe. No, I'll take that back. Especially that Rob Zombie one. That Rob Zombie Halloween was different, bro, in a good way. I think it was underrated. But Chucky, yeah, I could survive him. Like someone like that, I could survive. I don't know. Let's see what the choices he have, and I'll give an answer to it. I'll put the original video description below.
You know, horror movies were a big part of my childhood. And not because I used to watch them. On the contrary, I used to avoid them at all costs. The jump scares, the gruesome kills, all of it terrifying to me. I was a scaredy cat, I'm not gonna lie. I think what scared me the most back then was the fact that if I was in any of those movies, I would not survive. What is a 6-year-old gonna do against this? But now, as a full-fledged, grown, 21-year-old, I actually believe I have a pretty good shot against most of these horror movies. And yeah, I said most of them. I'll be going over a few of the horror movies that I could survive easily.
I can survive The Purge.
And my thought process in the process. And some of the ones that I can't.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Actually, I do know. I'm not surviving that. I have to sleep. Eventually, I have to sleep, or I'm gonna, you know the side effects of not sleeping after a while, and I'm gonna have to see him eventually. And I'm in his world, even though maybe I could. I guess it's situational. Depends on how I control the dream, because there is a little plot armor for the heroes in the dream sometimes. So depending on the situation, maybe. Let's hear his take.
Krueger. And honestly, I wasn't that scared of Freddy growing up. Even though his powers are crazy, he just made me not want to eat pizza while watching his movies. His whole thing is killing people in their dreams. So
yeah, I was never really scared of him. I thought it was
leading the victims in his movie to do crazy things.
A comedy horror.
Pictures of coffee, caffeine pills, and all of it, of course, eventually fails. Most of the time, they end up developing this buddy system where they have to watch each other sleep. And honestly,
I forgot Johnny Depp was
in it. They could do. Because what if the other one falls asleep? You're done. Draw 2 for your mistake, buddy. They had it all wrong. I have 2 solutions for Freddy. First, the more difficult of the 2 is move out of Ohio, which when I say it out loud, it's not that hard because who wants to live in Ohio? And 2, the easier one in my opinion, which they should have been doing since the very first movie, I just simply won't sleep. I mean, the only way he could get me is if I'm dreaming. And if I just don't sleep, then he can never get me. It's simple.
You have to
sleep regardless, so if my life's on the line, I'ma definitely not sleep. Even if I somehow fall asleep, my dreams be weird as hell anyway, so he won't even know what the hell is going on.
That's what I'm saying. Plot armor in the dreams maybe will save me, but
I'll just pull him out of my dream and have someone with a shotgun there with him. And if a shotgun don't work, then a shotgun with holy water. He not beating that.
Yeah, no,
that's
more on Freddy's. Yeah, Freddy has a better chance at taking me out than me surviving him, because you have to sleep, and unless I can master my own dreams, I'm in his world. Now, I can see myself surviving him.
They're gonna underestimate. He's this hideous little leprechaun who has magical powers, and he'll come after you if you touch his gold. He has the ability to teleport, grant wishes, regenerate, and impersonate people's voices. And also, guns don't work on him. Like, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. His weaknesses vary from movie to movie. Sometimes it's a 4-leaf clover, sometimes it's a piece of metal, and sometimes it's a medallion. And you're probably thinking, just avoid the gold. Don't be silly.
That's what I was thinking.
But I'm still surviving though. So here's the plan. I would take the gold back home after stumbling upon it in the woods, then place it into the basement that I do not have and put it in a safe. The leprechaun will obviously come by asking, where's me gold?
That is true. Hold up. Because I'm thinking don't just touch the gold. I'm like, well, if I just see the gold in the forest or whatever, like, or how other people got it in the movies, I wouldn't know anything about the leprechaun. So I'm speaking right now as someone who knows the character, but in that situation I wouldn't know him. So yeah, you know what? I would hold on. I would still get it, but when he comes asking for, here you go. My bad. I did not know my brother. When something that looks like that comes and approaches me, I am not taking that lightly. I don't. No. Yeah, I'll just hold it for him, and there you go.
Now you're probably like, he's gonna break out. He has powers. Let me get to that. Okay, that's not true.
Wait, what happened?
Before I went home, Still surviving though. So here's the plan. I would take the gold back home after stumbling upon it in the woods, then place it into the basement that I do not have and put it in a safe. The leprechaun will obviously come by asking, where's me gold? Then I'll kick him into the safe and lock him in the safe. Now you're probably like, he's gonna break out. He has powers. Let me get to that, okay? That's not true, because before I went home, I picked up a 4-leaf clover that I found in the woods and I put
How
it
would
on
you
top
know
of the
though if
safe.
you didn't know
Now
he
I have a
existed?
leprechaun
That's the
in
thing. I'm
my
speaking as someone who didn't know he exists. So you would know about the 4-leaf clover. So I get, if I knew about him, then I'm just not touching the gold. Let me just be real with you. Because yes, me just giving him the gold can still be a risk. He still could, just take me out. But I have a better chance at doing it. Just freely just giving it to him, say I'm sorry. That might work. But if we know about him, then yeah, I'm just not going to touch it. I ain't even doing all this with the 4-leaf clover thing. Oh, look at that. We're going this way. That's gold. My life is more important.
Possession, and I could get him to grant any wish I want. I bet y'all forgot about that. He could grant wishes.
It's literally that easy. Now I survived. Y'all cannot tell me that's not a W strategy.
Go ahead, I got my ear to the mic. Say it, say it.
Only thing is I gotta own that basement for the rest of my life, because if somebody moves that 4-leaf clover, it's done for me.
I don't know about this one. I don't know if I can survive Michael Myers. Especially now, like, the more they keep making him, and now how he just appears out of nowhere. I could think of just running away. He might be there. I don't know about that.
Even gonna put him as a villain I could beat, because I thought he was immortal. Especially after what happened in Halloween Kills. He got jumped by the whole town.
Right.
This woman even had
and survived.
But then Halloween Ends came out. And that's when I realized Michael Myers is a fraud.
He's just an extremely, and I mean extremely, durable old man.
He's not immortal.
He gets whooped by a random kid from the suburbs.
I didn't like that when Halloween Ends. The script really messed him up. It was like, how you come from what it was to that? Now, I can't see like how they put him in the grinder and stuff, but I'm talking about you get whooped by that dude. It was like, bro, this dude got bombarded in the movie before and survived. I think the writing for Halloween Ends did Michael dirty.
Dude who took out a whole team of firefighters.
Yeah, I'm losing that battle.
Corey killed him or something, but still, getting beat up by a kid, that's crazy.
So yeah, as long as it's not
that
the
was
Halloween
just terrible
Kills
writing.
Michael Myers or the 2007 Michael Myers, that dude was ruthless.
I think I have a pretty good shot at
that Rob Zombie one. Whoo, that was different. Oh my goodness, that dude was scary. Halloween Michael, I ain't gonna front, never really scared me. It was just entertaining to watch. That Rob Zombie one, that terrified me, bro. That was different. Rob Zombie did something with that one. I liked it.
Bring Lori, bring the whole town of Haddonfield, and they can all just watch me beat up the boogeyman. Now, I could be a little smarty pants and say the original Friday the 13th is just Jason's mom, so I could just pull out a shotgun. But obviously, I want to hear about our boy, Jason Voorhees. And Jason is the 6'5" man who's super durable.
Absolutely
he has insane
not.
hunting skills, can crush someone's head with his bare hands.
I'm not surviving
unlike
that
Michael,
one.
he runs.
I'll just get out of his
Doug,
way.
you could have hired-
I ain't surviving Jason, so my strategy will be real simple. If I see Camp Crystal Lake, I ain't going. And now the question is, well, what if you didn't know anything about Jason and Camp Crystal Lake? I'm a cautious person. I ain't going to front. Maybe I'm the only one. When I see that movie and I see how Camp Crystal Lake looks, I'm not interested in going. So I would have been avoiding Camp Crystal Lake anyway. I'm that kind of dude. If I see something and it don't look right, like Camp Crystal Lake looked like something was wrong up in there, in my opinion. It was never intriguing to me. I never understood what was the thrill of, like, the excitement of going there. That is not a vacation spot. Like, look outside, you're like, what the heck? So me being that way already, I would have never met Jason because I never would have been there. I would have been waiting for my friends and then be like, why is only one of y'all here? Or why my friends didn't come back? Because Jason took them out. So that would be my way of surviving. But outside of that, I don't think there's a way for me to survive.
But if he really just wants to kill you, he's gonna chase after
like
you.
Freddy
really,
and
he doesn't have to chase,
Dreams.
'cause
Like, nothing beats this dude. Like, he always comes back, right? From my remembrance, he always comes back. Like, not even Nightmare Freddy can take him out.
Low-key teleport. So what are we supposed to do? Well, I got you. You see, I've played hours of the Friday the 13th video. And I consider that game pretty accurate to the movies. I know all of Jason's weaknesses. If I was at Camp Crystal Lake, I have the firecrackers, the flare gun, and the shotgun on deck. And even if I somehow die, I'll just come back as Tommy Jarvis.
This ain't the video game.
Even if all that...
I mean, I know he's fooling around, you know, with his commentary, but still.
The easiest method, just drive out. Just hop in, start the car.
Yeah, then Jason shows up wherever you at. Nope.
I can't.
I ain't messing with that. No, I don't.
The new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Now this one's a little tricky. Because first of all, you're not dealing with your average Joes anymore, okay? These are ghosts,
I don't know. Let me hear
spirits, demons, controlling animatronics. Second of all, the setting, terrifying. A pizza place,
I literally just said that. I said, if I see something and it looks suspect, I'm not going. I will survive a lot of horror situations from just not going. I'm that kind of person. You remember like in Texas Chainsaw, the 2003, when the people was driving and that lady was going the other way and they picked her up and she said, don't go in that direction. I'm listening to her. I'm not going in that direction. Especially when you see how she looks. She looked messed up. I ain't that person to be like, oh, I'll be all right. I'm just not. You call me a coward all you want. It's not a coward. It's called being wise. If I see something and it looks weird, like the Five Nights at Freddy's, how that building look, I'm not going. Well, you need a job. It's a job. Well, I'll get another job. I'll flip burgers at Burger King. I could care less. I am not going there. I'll see these. I watch a lot of horror movies, and one thing I realize, a lot of these people get themselves in trouble because they think they can handle something, or it ain't that bad, or I'm just curious. I ain't that person. Never been. So, never have and never will. So, yeah, I will survive just for that alone.
Cheese style pizza place.
But if
definitely got the edge
by some reason I put myself in this situation, I don't know if I'll survive.
Not Chuck E. Cheese style pizza place. Yeah, they definitely got the edge in that regard. And on top of all of that, it's 4 killers.
Yeah.
Not just one. So your awareness has to be on 1,000. Even though it hasn't come out yet, I'ma assume it's just like the game. And just like I said for Friday the 13th, while many people won't think they will survive, I will. I've watched plenty of Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay. I've watched all the game theory videos. All I'm missing is meeting the creator himself, Scott Coffin. And that can be arranged. Just hit me up. I know the animatronics better than they know themselves, honestly. Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, they're not doing nothing to me. I'm keeping them doors closed. And Foxy, what is Foxy gonna do? Where's Foxy? Well, there he is.
Nope. That's a heck no. That's a right there. Wait, what?
Now I'm going to...
How you skip Terrifier unless he was like, that's a no.
Well, there he is. No.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, wait, I even like your video. My bad. That you get this though. Thank you for saying. You don't even have to explain it. Terrifier, there's no explanation to that. You're not surviving. I was so. That's why he went right to Saw. Because I'm like, why do you skip it? But I think anybody and their mom and dad knows that you see Terrifier, say your prayers and hope to God he saves you. Because my goodness, I'm glad he just said no. Like, we don't even know explanation needed. That's funny.
No.
Simple as that.
Now I'm going to be very honest. I know it's the thumbnail, but I am not surviving a single Saw movie. I'm sorry.
I could. It just depends on the situation.
And what annoys me the most is that
some of the challenges I can see myself doing it. Some I don't see myself. So it's 50-50. It just depends on the situation.
The creator of the games, he really thinks he's being fair. He thinks he's helping people appreciate life. That's that pain ideology. No, bro, you're just a murderer.
Only a handful of people survive your movies.
Out of like 100 people.
Right.
And I would know. I watch Kill Count.
I look at how unfair some of these traps are. The chain trap from Saw 3, bro.
Yeah.
How is he gonna rip that out his lip? His jaw would come out. The carousel trap from Saw 6, they literally did not have a choice in the matter. It was up to one person to determine if they lived or not. Even the first trap that we saw in Saw 1, which was the bathroom trap, was unfair. If Jigsaw's whole ideology is everyone deserves a chance, and how come in the bathroom trap only one of them could survive? This man's a phony. I wouldn't be able to survive. I'm sorry.
What would I even be in there for? Jaywalking, tax evasion, arson?
That's the thing. I wouldn't even put myself in that situation to be there. I'll make sure I'm a goody two-shoe person.
Handbox trap from Saw 2.
I don't care what people say. I'm not in those situations.
I would use that chair to break the glass and take the syringe. Boom, 1,000 IQ.
I mean, unless he Bulletproof glass.
You see, I never watched this movie.
Oh, I
did
remember this.
watch
I
plenty
forgot.
of
That's when
and I
isn't this the movie where everybody they got trapped and everybody has to take each other out and the last one standing wins or something like that?
played Fortnite, so I'm
Hold
pretty
on.
sure I could figure
It
it.
was like some kind of battle royale.
You see, I never watched this movie, but I did watch plenty of The Office and I played Fortnite, so I'm pretty sure I could figure it out. So here's the plan. I would have called out of work. I know.
Okay, I'll be realistic. If I was trapped in an office building with 80-something people and we were forced to do a battle royale, would I survive? Probably not. I don't think I could stab someone with a pair of scissors. I'm sorry. But I read up online. Apparently, the building had an armory for some reason. If there's an armory, then there's guns. And where there's guns, there's room for an American.
That's a 50-50 chance. Cause I ain't no professional
This movie took
like
place
killer
in
or nothing,
Colombia,
so
they don't know anything about shooting guns. Me though,
I
from
could
the
survive or I
United
could
States
not.
of
I don't know. That's a
America,
50-50
I know
chance.
everything about guns. I sleep with a shotgun under my pillow, a Glock in my sock, and an AK in my PJs. So when it comes to shooting people, yeah, I got it. I'm surviving Belko experiment easily. As you guys saw though, there's only so many horror movies that I can't survive. I mean, realistically, I'm unbeatable, except if you're talking any paranormal. I'm not surviving any of the Conjurings, Insidious, none of that stuff. Keep them demons away. And moral of the story.
Alright, that's the end of the video there. I had to pause it for copyright reasons, that's all. But even though it's an interesting picture to have it pause. Hold up. Oh, there we go. Action movies I can easily survive. These are good videos. I like this. This was fun. But yeah, it is some moments it's like it just depends on the situation. Like some I'm just like, no. I was so glad. The best part of the video was the Terrifier part. Show Terrifier. Let's not even break that down. We're not even gonna do that. Like, I love Jason and all them. None of them, as iconic as those characters are, Freddy and all, none of them has it on like Terrifier. That's something different. That is something different. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think. That was cool. Shout out to him. I'll put the original video in the description below.